Thanks, Danielle. As the countdown to a new year begins, Lethbridge's mayor is reflecting on a positive and busy 2025, from damage to the Whoop Up Drive Bridge impacting thousands to millions of dollars in investments in the city. Mayor Blaine Hyggen says he's proud of the past year. In the first of a two-part series, here's Carson Marsouk.
A drop in crime severity, millions of dollars invested in water and wastewater, and the municipal election are making the top of Lethbridge Mayor Blaine Hyggen's list for 2025.
Oh, it's a pretty exciting year. Lots happening, and in the middle of it, of course, was an election, which was an exciting time. We've got 3 new faces on council, and it was a busy time. Lots of good things that happened, and probably to highlight one of the top things that I'd like to mention is the crime severity index. When you're at the top of that index, that's not one that you want to be at the top of. And we had the 3rd largest drop in Canada for crime severity index, and so that's mainly due in part by our police service, fire and emergency services, all of those different organizations that have helped throughout the community to have that trend downwards continue.
One of the top news stories for Hyggen was when a semi-truck collided with the bottom of the Whoop Up Drive Bridge in August. For nearly 5 months following the crash, drivers were impacted by ongoing repair work to Lethbridge's busiest road.
It's tough. I always think that something like that should be fixed right away, and of course, as you deal with experts that know this better, and as far as for the safety of that, we knew that it was going to take a little bit longer. And I'm just happy to see that it's done and that there's 3 lanes traveling each direction. And just, it was definitely something in 2025 that we had to deal with that we didn't expect. As many things, throughout the community, and different things happen that you don't expect. But that was one that I'm just glad to see that that's passed, and we do have full traffic going both directions now.
In November, 4 major projects broke ground on the west side, totaling more than $300 million in investment. A 120-room hotel, commercial and retail space, 450 residential units, and a Green Acres Foundation senior living community will be built in the Crossings area. The mayor says it's thrilling to see, but says advocacy efforts for infrastructure investments will need to continue in order to attract more.
Infrastructure is one of the biggest parts to that, and that's why I'm glad we did have that work that's ongoing here now with our water and wastewater. But we also just we need folks and from the community that are graduating from our post-secondary institutions to be able to stay here, and this gives it even a better opportunity. There's more work. And we would like to see those graduates again stay after they graduate and their families here, as a lot do. But having that expansion, having a hotel on the west side, and all of that commercial business that's going to be going in there, and I mean, a huge shout out, local developer, which is great. We'll really focus on expanding businesses in the community in which they live, and so that was really good to be able to see.
Earlier this month, the mayor penned a letter to the province asking for the overdose prevention site trailer to be closed and that funding be reallocated to treatment and recovery services in the city. Hyggen says the decision to write a letter comes following a continued drop in overdoses, including 3 consecutive months in the summer where 0 deaths were reported. The decision to close the site will be made by the province.
Well, I think some of the initiatives, the initiatives that are happening now, we want to continue even at a grander scale, and that's what's causing these numbers to drop, in my opinion, and that is focusing on connecting these folks with the different services in the community, and so that's outreach workers that were. We'd funded here as part from the city of Lethbridge, but also our partners out there and different social services that are helping the expansion of the shelter, the additional permanent supportive housing that is there.
Now, in part 2 of our sit down with the mayor tomorrow, we take a look at the newly elected city council and the mayor's top priorities in the new year.